Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is David A. Qua and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a brand new visitor to my YouTube channel and have no idea what my videos are all about, I love talking about things I'm passionate about, man. Like movies, comic books, video games. I do hauls, reviews, unboxings. If that's the type of thing you're into, you may want to check out my other content. If you like what you see, do subscribe. Today we're going to take a look at all of the 2016 movies I've seen this past year, man. I've seen like 20 some movies this past year that came out in 2016 where it's like in theaters. Maybe I watched it on Blu-ray or DVD. Maybe I watched it when it was on demand on Netflix or something like that, you know. I had a good time watching some good movies this past year. We're going to go through every single one of them and I'll give you my thoughts on them and just tell you what I like, what I didn't like, and we'll just go from there, okay? Now, at the time of this video, I have not seen every single movie in 2016, you know, who can, and we got 4 or 5 days left in the year. For all we know, tomorrow I can watch all these amazing movies that the people have been talking about, you know, like Hacksaw Ridge or Arrival or Sully, and, you know, I hear Pete's Dragon and BFG are not that bad, and Madea Halloween is apparently a huge Oscar contender, you know? It may win Best Picture of the Year, the Madea Halloween movie. So we're going to go through all the movies that I've seen this past year that I did see, and I'll tell you something good about it or whatever, you know? I'll keep it short. Some of these movies actually made like full-blown 20-minute long videos ranting about it or something like that, and you guys can go search it on my YouTube channel or something like that. So first thing we have here is that Assassin's Creed poster. Assassin's Creed was like the last movie I saw this past year, and I really like the acting in the movie, okay? Jeremy Irons, Michael Fassbender, they do a good job with their acting, okay? And that's all I really have to say. I'm going to keep it short, okay? I did make a video about Assassin's Creed. If you want to see my full-blown, spoiler-filled review of it, go check it out, alright? So let's go ahead and do talk about some of these toys. I saw Risen this past year. Now Risen, I watched it on DVD when it came out on DVD, and I rented it actually, and my parents really enjoyed it. All right, it's a good movie for my parents. It was very interesting, you know, very different than what we know. The story changes and stuff like that. Okay, but yeah, this is what this cross stands for, is Risen, the movie. All right, so that's all I have to say. What do we have here? This represents Finding Dory. I saw Finding Dory this past year, and I really like the humor in it. And it's also a very pretty movie to watch. You know, it's very colorful and such like that. Ellen DeGeneres actually returned to voice her character. She was like looking for her parents and stuff like that. And you know, Marvin and Nemo was actually back in the movie. And personally, I did not like it as much as Finding Nemo. I think Finding Nemo was still the better movie out of the two. Okay. What does this stand for? Oh yeah, Zootopia. Like the whole reason why I have Bugs Bunny here is because it's an anthropomorphic rabbit bunny, which is what the main character in Zootopia is also. Okay, so I saw Zootopia. It's not a bad movie. I really enjoyed it. It's also very colorful and pretty to watch. Okay, it has like a message about prejudice and discrimination and whatever hidden in there. If you want to go see it, I say go check it out. Okay, it's not bad of a movie. Okay. Whoops. This stands for Alice Through the Looking Glass. I was kind of disappointed with that movie, honestly. Otherwise, I would have bought it like day one when it came out on Blu-ray. But it has Johnny Depp and Mia Wasikowska. I actually really enjoyed that they really brought back a lot of the characters, because you have to understand in the books, you know, a lot of characters that showed up in Alice Adventures in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass, they weren't together, you know. It was like two separate stories. But I'm really glad that they brought back a lot of the cast from the first movie to connect it with the second movie. Okay, so there it is. I saw Kung Fu Panda 3 this past year, and I really enjoyed it. They had this story where, you know, it was like his adopted father and his biological father, and he met all his family and like all that, you know. And I really enjoyed the ending. The bad guy kind of reminded me of Kratos from God of War, the God of War video games. So if you haven't checked out Kung Fu Panda 3, it came out at the very beginning of the year, man. Very beginning of the year. And I really enjoyed it, okay? It had some good humor. Jack Black came back to voice his character and all that stuff. Okay? I saw Suicide Squad, and oh my gosh, if you attended any like Comic-Cons this past year, everyone freaking loved to dress up as Harley Quinn when you go to Comic-Cons and stuff like that, man. Like, she became a super popular character. Suicide Squad, I really like the soundtrack. I think a lot of people really like the selection for of the music in the movie. And that's really all I have to say right now. It had really good soundtrack music, okay? And trailers were very entertaining because of that also. It had good music. What does this movie represent? I did it last because I forgot what it stood for. Why did I... there was no Pooh movie that came out this past year. What did he represent? What movie came out this past year that had a tiger in it? I'm Tiger! Think about Tiger! It's a wonderful thing! Oh, the Jungle Book! Yeah! The Jungle Book came out this past year. Oh, wow. That was a great movie, man. Like, all the animals were not real. They were like, that sounds bad. All the animals were animated. No animals were harmed during the production of the movie, you know? They were all CGI and stuff like that. And had Bill Murray and Christopher Walken as the characters, and I freaking love that they brought back some of the songs from the classic movie, you know, the classic Disney movie, like I Want to Be Like You and Bare Necessities. That was like in the movie. I was so surprised to see that, you know. So anyway, that's what Tigger stands for. It was the Shere Khan. Shere Khan was actually in the movie too, and you know they're both tigers. So there it is. All right. We can talk about those magazines in the back later. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I really enjoyed this movie, man. Oh my gosh, for the first time we see Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang and the Technodrome and the Party Wagon was shooting out manhole covers. Like, I freaking love this movie. This was great, okay? If you haven't seen it, if you're a huge fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when you were a little kid, you watched the whole cartoon and stuff, you're gonna freaking love this movie. And I sure did, okay? So, yeah, Ninja Turtles. Batman vs. Superman. For some people, you like it. Some people, you hate it, you know? Get the Ultimate Edition on Blu-ray, rent it or something like that. I'm sure you'll like it. I freaking love that all these three characters actually show up together in the same movie. Alright? So, there it is. Batman vs. Superman. We got RWBY Volume 3. Now, this started last year, by the way, but this came out on Blu-ray recently. Great action, great animation. If you watch on Blu-ray, it looks freaking beautiful. I like the fact that they introduced some new characters, like they had Ruby's uncle and Wise's sister and stuff like that as new cast members in the movie. There is a way to watch the entire 3-hour movie altogether, or just watch individual episodes. So RWBY, Volume 4, looking forward to it. All right. I guess you know, I saw some TV shows. I guess this counts as a TV show, wouldn't you? But it was in movie form. It was like all in one. That's why I put it here. Like, we can do a separate video of me talking about all the TV shows I saw this past year. But it's gonna waste so much time, man. But yeah, The Choice, another movie from best-selling author of The Notebook and Dear John, and Nicholas Sparks. Okay. I hated this movie, man. Oh my gosh. And there's so much thing that didn't make sense to me. But if you want to go see this movie, be warned. This is like one of the... I'm a sucker for these chick flicks. So I saw it and I bought it because, you know, I thought I would like it and stuff like that. But oh my gosh. If you want to go see it, you know, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Now, I personally really like the Pride and Prejudice story. I can make a whole collection of Pride and Prejudice, to be honest with you. It had some good moments, you know, it had some good action, but the thing is, it's basically Pride and Prejudice with zombies in the background and stuff like that. Like the whole story of Pride and Prejudice was still there, and the zombies is kind of like it wasn't their main focus, but I really like this poster, by the way. Yeah, but it has good acting in it too. But it's like, the premise is just very strange to me. Captain America Civil War. How cool is it to see Spider-Man join these guys, right? Yeah, pretty awesome. I watched this movie on my birthday in theaters. You know, I have good memories with it, okay? X-Men Apocalypse. Not as good as Days of Future Past, but you know, I like seeing some of these characters. You know, the girl who plays Jean Grey, she was actually in Game of Thrones, and I really liked her. You know, this is a pretty girl. I also like seeing Storm and Cyclops back on the scene. You know, they were like, it's been a while since we've seen them out on the you know, the front lines. You know, be the main character of the story. So really good. All right. We got Deadpool here. This is a custom box, by the way. Deadpool was pretty good. You know, it's got some good humor in it. Ryan Reynolds, how can he fail as Deadpool? You know, he was good jokes and stuff like that. And yeah, I like seeing the X-Men characters in it also. All right. What do we have here? We got Ratchet and Clank. I just saw this movie last week, man. This was basically the plot of the first movie made in movie form. So rather than doing all that platforming and all the hours of gameplay, you can just watch this movie just to know the story, to see how Ratchet and Clank meet and stuff like that. Alright? Kingsglaive. Now, Final Fantasy 15 was one of the highlight video games that came out this past year, and if you want to be prepared for it, you gotta watch the prequel movie that sets it up. Okay, so the Kingsglaive, the movie, sets up for Final Fantasy 15, the video game. So if you watch one before seeing the other, just to know the background of the story. You know? Warcraft. I haven't seen yet. I don't even know why I even put it in this stack. I hear it has good action in it. I guess we'll see what happens when I actually see it. Well, you know what? I'll probably watch it tonight. A lot of people, some people say that it's not that great. Some people say it's amazing. I don't know what to think. I'll just watch it tonight and come up with my, I'll review my Sunday vlog or something like that, okay? So, okay. That's another set of movies. Let's do these magazines in the back real quick. Star Wars Rogue One. What can I say? I made a video talking about it all separately. I really enjoyed it. I like seeing all the characters, and you know they made some people who were dead rise from the dead, man. they made CGI characters out of them and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it. Had a good story and stuff like that, and it fixes a lot of things for the main movie, you know. Doctor Strange, saw with my dad, really enjoyed it, had some great special effects, man. Like oh my gosh, out of all the movies I've seen this past year, this probably has the mind-bending special effects, you know? So, if you haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, you gotta go check it out. Star Trek Beyond, man. Well, this represents Star Trek, but this is for the, this magazine is for Star Trek Into Darkness, but you know what I'm saying. All the cast returns from Star Trek Beyond. I really like the ending when Zachary Quinto was going through all of Spock Prime's stuff, and we see a picture of the original cast. I thought that was really neat, you know, to see. So yeah. And then we have Ghostbusters. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. That is my review of this year's movies of 2016. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll do it again next year. Where are we on time? I've been talking for 12 minutes. How did that happen? Alright, well, thank you for watching, everyone. Rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.